So guys, here are a few things that you need to keep in your car to make your life boring, and I'll also explain why it'll make your life boring. All right, so here goes, starting from the first one. If you have a tubeless car, first you go ahead and buy this tubeless repair kit. Okay, so it has a plunger, it has a inserter, and it has these plugs that plug your tubeless repair tubeless tire punchers. Now, as you can see, if not, you will have to go ahead and search for a puncture repair shop, and then the repair shop might be closed. Then you'll have to call someone up there and call a tow service. So that's pretty exciting. But then if you had a puncture yourself, there's no one to attend to it. You can just go ahead and keep this handy. Simple as that. Now, this is another very useful tool. This is from Amazon Basics. I've ordered it online. This is something that you need to keep very close to your hands, in the sense you should be able to reach them. Now, what this helps you with is, first thing is, these two pointed edges, they break any glass. Let me not do it, rather you hit it with a little bit of an effort and it will break. The windshield, the surrounding glasses, they can be broken with this. Okay, it's a glass breaker. And this, my dear friends, is for your seat belt. Okay, so you can just keep it like this and cut your seat belt out. It cuts your seat belt. So why am I promoting this? In the sense, of course, none of the products that I'm displaying here are sponsoring me. I've just done it on my own. Okay, purchased it on my own, and just telling you for your general knowledge. Now, when you keep this handy, let's say there is a unfortunate incident where you are probably, let's say you bump into something, and then you're unable to come out of the car because the doors are locked. Then you can go ahead and break your windows with this. Okay, windows or the windshield or whichever it is, for a exit point. And second thing is, there are likely some times where you won't be able to reach out to your seat belt, and it is stuck due to crumpling and stuff. Then you can go ahead and cut your seat belt and come out. Right, this also happens when vehicles ram or probably plunge into certain water bodies. Okay, happens quite often. You can see that in the news. In fact, a lot of vehicles plunging into lakes, dams, rivers, and so on. So when that kind of thing happens, and you have the modern day car where the electrical systems jam up, and then you're unable to open your car door, this is the only manual exit that you can think of. Brake and get out. Okay, so brake and get out before the car drowns, provided the kind of depth that you are in the water body, that is. So this is a pretty useful tool to have with you. All right, now let's move on to the other one. Otherwise, yeah, why does it yeah, it's pretty boring, because you saved your own ass and then came out. Otherwise you would have to scream for help, saying help, help, and people might rush in or not. It might end up in a very serious situation where you might not exist. I'm sorry, touch wood, hope that doesn't happen. But then, yeah, okay, that is why you need it, to make your life boring. Now the next thing is a torch. Okay, this is a miner's torch. You can get it in any sports shop or on Amazon for that matter. Very simple, runs on batteries, always stays in your car. You might ask, if you have torch on your phone, why do you need this? Of course not. You could use the torch on your phone too, but what if the battery in your phone is gone, and then probably you lost your phone, or probably you need it for some other purpose? It's always good to have a dedicated torch, okay, in the car all the time. Now this is a car vacuum cleaner. Okay, why does it make it boring? Yeah, of course, with all the things I said, searching for torch, and it doesn't make for interesting stories that, oh, it was completely dark and I had to do guesswork on fixing my car, searching that, searching this, etc. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Now this is the car vacuum cleaner. Okay, I will do a review of this thing. This is the unbranded one, some Chinese make, I think. It's called as RNG Eco Green or something like that. It is just to clean things up, not for heavy usage as such. Okay, just to clean things up in your car and keep it neat and tidy, so that you don't end up going to the car wash and then these guys cleaning things up, misplacing some things here and there, and then it becoming more exciting from there. Right, now next thing you need to have is something like this. This is a car inverter. Bought it from Belkin. There are different brands available too. So what this does is it sucks in from the 12-volt charger of your car and then gives you 220 volts alternate current. All right, so which is a pretty useful thing. I'll do a review of this separately. Okay, I'm just telling you that this is pretty good to have in your car when you're probably working on your laptop or some legacy laptop which still uses non-USB-C type cables, and then the ones that you plug in into the wall and then charge them. Okay, so a pretty useful thing. And you can also run a few other things, not heavy equipment, or not something with the fans and stuff, but then motor and stuff, but then pretty decent use for this. You can think of several different scenarios. So let's say you wanted to attend a meeting suddenly and your laptop battery is gone. You could sit in your car and then charge it while on the go and then take a call. Otherwise you would have to stop somewhere and then ask bhaiya thoda current chahiye, plug it into some restaurants or some dhaba, some place, plug it in there, and it gets exciting from there. People will be eavesdropping at your in your meeting. Things will happen. Okay, that gets exciting, right? So that's one thing. Now the next thing to have is a fire extinguisher. All right, petrol cars, diesel cars alike. I think more probably for petrol cars especially, this should be easily accessible to you. It should be within your hands reach. Okay, just like this, even this has to be within the reach of wherever you're sitting and visible too, for obvious reasons. Otherwise it'll be very exciting. It'll be on flames and you will have to, your heart is racing, you have to get out and then scream, run and whatnot. Else you saw the fire, you just plugged it open, okay, and then you douse the flame. Simple. Well, under ideal conditions, that is, of course. It all depends on how quickly you react to situations and how calm you are and how well oriented you are in terms of judging, okay, the situation and acting and be able to take decisions as such. Yeah. Now the next thing you need to have is a tape. Okay, this is a brown tape. You could also call it a duct tape or whatsoever, but never underestimate the strength of this particular thing. Okay, so what it basically does is it holds things together. Now one thing is, you could let us say most common cases are the bumpers getting loose and falling down, or something else, something or the other, the plastic parts falling apart. All you could do is just paste it in temporarily. Of course it doesn't look good when you have this on temporarily. Sometimes the indicators and reflectors and brake lights, they break and then they start lodging water in it when it's raining. So it's better to paste it and waterproof it until you were able to buy a new one or get it replaced. That is very important thing to have. The next thing that you need to have is, this is a wire. Okay, this is a metal wire that is malleable, so you can change it to any shape or design that you want. Similar to this one's use, it is also going to be useful when you want to tie certain things together and then let it be temporarily for that particular instance. Otherwise things will happen, you know. Why it makes your life boring. Something is broken, you fix it, else you go driving like that and then it flies over, hits someone else, and then things get okay, sarcastically speaking, of course, always, as you've seen the disclaimer, things get haywire from there. I would not like to use the word exciting. Okay, I'll keep these handy. It's pretty good, pretty useful. All right, so this is another nice thing to have in your car. This is a tow cable, high strength tow cable I bought from Amazon. That is, this is capable of pulling maybe close to 2 tons. So the Ignis weighs maybe 1 ton and less. So you should use this in conjunction with, I think, a tow hook that they provide to you from the factory. And let me see if it is available. Yes, it is. Oh no, is it or is it not available? So this is the standard toolkit they provide you from the factory, and let me see. Yes, they do. Okay, this is the tow hook that needs to be put into place. Let me show you where it is. Yes, here. This is a plastic opening that can be opened up, right? If you can see, this comes out and then it goes in like this. You screw it in, right? Okay, the dog is almost here. If you remember, I think it's waiting to piss on my car, which I won't allow this time. Right, let me keep these things back in again. Not sure which thing came from where. Okay, this thing goes in here, and this also goes in here, I guess. Of course, these are things that the standardly provide from the factory itself. This is a colored triangle that you can use when you're working on a speedy highway. Put it at least 100 meters away from the car so that people are warned that there is something up front and you're working on your car. All right, let's keep it there. Not a snug fit as such, but then you have to manage. Anyway, alright, and this is another square triangle that I had from my previous car. I still had it, so I just kept it in here. So these were the things, and let me also go through a few other things that you might want to use that I had kept here, which might not be of much use, but then again, yeah. Alright, yeah, a frisbee. Last but not the least, a frisbee to kill boredom and then get a bit physically active when you are driving with your mates and your kids and your family. Okay, whenever you're traveling, you can go ahead and make use of this. Okay, now another thing is, the last item that I would like to share with you is a 2-liter water can. Okay, it need not have drinking water necessarily, just some purified potable water is sufficient. Why? Because you could use it, like I'm going to use it now, to refill your oh, I didn't come out, to refill I'm sorry, you see I'm absent-minded a bit, so yeah, please excuse me. So to refill your windshield liquid, okay, because this car has only 2-liter windshield washer liquid capacity. Unlike my Volkswagen, it had about 5 liters, and that could last for quite a long time. So this is why you need a 2-liter can to carry around. Otherwise, if you go out of windshield washer fluid, you have the chance of damaging your or maybe scratching, let me say, it'll scratch your windshield when it's too dusty. Okay, guys, this was it. This was a simple video that I wanted to make to show you what are the things that you need to carry with you all the time. And it's not limited to what I've just told you. You can go to any extent. You can carry anything you want. All right, you can carry let's say I even carry this. This is a nice stress buster. It helps you build pretty good grip strength when you're waiting in the traffic. Bought it from Decathlon. Right, so when you're sitting idle in the traffic and probably if not listening to the stupid radio, you can keep on doing this and getting your frustrations off. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do give me a thumbs up if you do. Thank you.